Hey guys, so today I wanted to tell you about the Medela pump and style breast pump. I actually got this one because I had a hand pump, and when my daughter was first born I had so much milk that the hand pump really worked. Like, I'd pump out a bottle and have no problem. But then when she started to get older and my milk started evening out and I wanted to pump, like, the hand manual pump just wouldn't even get anything out. And I really wanted the electric pump because, one, to get the milk out, which pumped for her, but also because the first couple weeks of breastfeeding, I was so sore from her that I wanted to be able to pump and give her a bottle once in a while just to, like, rest a little bit before we worked on our latch and got it better, and everything's good now. But so I really wanted an electric pump, and I was asking on Facebook to my friends what is a really good electric pump, and a friend of mine actually had this one that she got, and her son was like a year old and she wasn't using it anymore, so she told me I can use it. Now, they say not to use secondhand breast pumps, but I bought all new attachments for it and everything, so it worked out. So I actually see people selling used pumps on eBay all the time for a lot cheaper, and I'm like, why would you buy a used breast pump? But then I realized if you buy all new pieces, then, you know, it seems more alright. So anyway, this is the bag that it comes in, and it just looks like a shoulder bag, like a purse. Like, if someone was walking down the street with this, you wouldn't even know it was a breast pump. So this is what it looks like. Then all you do is zipper open the front, and this has like a magnet in it too. You can put stuff in here, and this is all your stuff. Where you plug it in and do everything. So then you open up the top here, and you've got your tubing. A little bit tangled here. So the tubing I bought brand new, and you connect these pieces to here on the pump. And then these pieces are what you connect to the horn. And these pieces I bought all brand new too. The horn, the bottle, and the little bell thing in the inside. And this has to be on. If you don't have this on, which I tried one day because I forgot I didn't put it on, there's no suction and it doesn't work. So that's got to be on. And you just connect them and plug this into the back. On both sides, because it is a dual pump, which I like too. The other one I had, the manual one, I could only do one boob at a time. This one saves so much time, so you just stick it on each side and let it go. Then you take your AC adapter and plug it in right there, and this goes into the wall. And then you could just store other stuff in here. Like, I keep the breast milk storage bag right inside. There's pretty good space in there. And there's another storage on the back and on the side. Now, I love this breast pump. When my daughter was 2 weeks old, we ended up in the emergency room because she got a cold and she was so congested that it was like interfering with her breathing, so they had to monitor her and stuff like that. And when we went up there, I had one of my breasts was so engorged, I didn't have a breast pump with me, and I couldn't even feed her on that side because it was so big, and I was so uncomfortable. And we were in the emergency room for like 13 hours, so I didn't want to be that uncomfortable. And the woman, one of the nurses, asked me if I wanted to pump, and I was like, yeah, I didn't know they had pumps there, which obviously they deliver babies in the same hospital, so. But she asked me if I wanted to pump, and I was like, yeah. So they wheeled in this big Medela, like, hospital-grade breast pump, and I just stuck it on, turned it on. I didn't have to do anything but hold it there, and it pumped out all this milk in, like, such a short amount of time, and, like, I loved it. I took a picture of it with my phone, because this was, like, the coolest breast pump I'd ever seen. And then I got to talking to my friend who let me borrow this one, and it works just as good as the hospital one, because it's also Medela. And it was, like, amazing. Like, I don't leave her too much, but to pump, to have milk in the freezer for her, like, this was perfect. And anyone going back to work that, like, needs to pump, this is, like like, I can't go on and on about how much, like, I love this breast pump, especially since I tried, like, other ones. I had an even flow electric one that was, like, just one at a time still, and, like, my other two kids, my daughter breastfed until she was, like, 15 months, but just at night. Like, she had formula during the day, and then my son was only, like, 7 months when he stopped. If I had a good breast pump where I could get the milk out into a bottle, I think they both would have nursed for longer. Because I couldn't really, like, I went back to school when I had my daughter, and she had formula because I couldn't pump enough to leave her milk because I was trying to use a manual pump. I think if I had something like this, I would have been able to pump to leave her breast milk. So, now I know. But, anyway, you put it on here, and you click it on, and you start, it says minimum and maximum, and you can adjust it to how, like, much suction you want. And in the beginning, it'll go, like, suck, 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 like, really fast, like the baby does. And then once your milk lets down, then it'll go, like, longer, like, bump, bump, but, like, spread it out, like, of a more pulse kind of thing, if that makes sense. Like the baby would, like, longer sucks, and it'll, like, draw it out more than, like, the real fast in the beginning. So it, like, stimulates the baby's, like, how the baby would suck. And I'd say it's, like, so fast, too, and, like, yeah. It's close to it because you can just, like, watch it drip out and you just see how much it's getting out. Or with, I keep saying with the manual pump, it was, like, it's so frustrating because I wasn't getting anything out. So that might just be me. Manual pumps might work good for other people, but the only drawback of this is the price. It's like, I was looking online before I made this video, and the cheapest I found on there for new was, like, $250. But if you're going back to work, or just, like, you need to pump for whatever reason, it's going to be worth it because, like, you're going to need to leave them milk. Or if you know, were to give them formula instead, like, you'd make up that much money. Like, you'd be spending that much money in formula. So it's really worth the investment, especially if you plan to breastfeed for a long time, and if you need to pump. And, yeah, so any questions, leave them below. I can go on and on and on all day about how great of a pump this is. So, yeah, just let me know. Thanks, guys. Bye.